that in 2021, Dogecoin and Gamestop would be the catalyst to cause people everywhere to wake up to the world of government control, censorship, market manipulation, and many of the big problems that plague our society. This is why myself and many other people got involved in cryptocurrency in the first place. Say it with me now. Decentralization. This is a word that makes the fat cat politicians and tech overlords everywhere shudder. They spent decades positioning themselves to take advantage of us and to control us. But a revolution is possible. And who would have ever thought that Reddit and TikTok would be the ignition switch? I want to tell you today about the tools at our disposal that can act as the kill switch to government control, tech overreach, and big finance. Let's get it. BitSwap is the hottest new way to trade tokens. Crawling all the top decentralized exchanges, BitSwap gets you the very best price and value for your trades. BitSwap is changing the game. Try it now at bitswapdex.io. Welcome to BitBoy Crypto. My name is Ben. Every day on this channel, I show you how to make money in cryptocurrency. If you like money in crypto, then make sure to subscribe and smash the like button so YouTube knows you're into things like Dogecoin and revolutions and not into censorship. And if you're new to crypto and came from somewhere like TikTok, then make sure to follow me on Twitter, Instagram, and for my boomers, Facebook. Yes, I do know that I'm a boomer. Now, in this video, we're going to be getting into what is happening with GameStop, AMC, Nokia, and now Dogecoin. How this relates to a lot of the problems that cryptocurrency solves. Now, if you've been absolutely pissed at the government's slow movement toward giving you a stimulus check, then you must be livid to see how fast this GME investigation is unfolding. Amazing when politicians in Washington can whip themselves into a frenzy when their friends are losing money. But when the American people get the screws turned to them, they just turn a blind eye. But make no mistake, in the current system, the billionaires win. People like Jeff Bezos and other billionaires added almost $2 trillion to their pockets during the pandemic. Meanwhile, the economy as a whole suffered $3 to $4 trillion. More than 50% of that money missing was stuffed into the pockets of the elite. And all you got was a horrible government check. And if you're new to this channel, you have to understand stimulus is such a horrible idea. I know people out there need money, but what you're getting with a stimulus check of $600 to $1,400 per person is a fancy bribe. That's it. But it's actually much worse than a bribe because with each dollar you receive in stimulus money, it's one more dollar the government has to print. They printed so many dollars over the last year that the dollar index, aka how much our dollar is worth compared to other world currencies, dropped well over 10%, and many people anticipate that going to 20% this year. That means that while you're taking in $600, you lose over $60 of it before it even hits your pocket. And this inflation means that even if you work at Mickey D's and you get a raise to $15 per hour, you can't buy as much as you could before the raise because of inflation. But here's where it gets even trickier. Now at $15 per hour, you move into a higher tax bracket, meaning the government is going to get even more of that money back from you. You gotta love the people in the shadows running this government. But thanks to Reddit and its subreddit, WallStreetBets, normal retail investors everywhere, that's new investors, have realized that there's a way to increase your wealth with investing in stocks. If people join together and decide to buy a stock, the price will go up. And it did. Investors everywhere piled in on dying stocks that are being pushed down by short sellers in the market. Hedge funds shorting the markets were wrecked when tons of retail investors banded together to pump instead of dump what most analysts consider to be dying companies. GameStop, AMC Theaters, and Nokia. The people for now defeated the hedge funds. One company, Melvin Capital, needed a $2.75 billion bailout. Like WTF. These hedge funds need to get wrecked. Everyone in the stock world is up in arms because some Reddit meme bros were able to plunge $10 billion off the market from liquidated short-selling hedge funds. President Biden and the SEC are claiming manipulation. Like, can we think about short selling for a minute in general? Are we going to sit here and pretend that billions of dollars betting that certain companies are going to close has a zero effect on the companies themselves closing? The charade of money and markets. Here's the thing. These types of illusions are supposed to be kept only for the magicians themselves. What we have been able to do over the last few weeks, especially this week, is peek behind the curtain. See how these markets perform the tricks that they do. It's all manipulation. Just wait until we talk about derivatives in a video soon where you see the vast majority of money in the world is literally not real. Like, you know that scene in Dumb and Dumber when Jim Carrey dumps all of the IOUs out of the briefcase that was supposed to be filled with $1 million?
What is this? What is this? Where's all the money?
That's as good as money, sir. Those are IOUs.
That's literally the same thing going on in the world on a daily basis. Derivatives are IOUs, and they outweigh corporations, crypto, gold stocks, and even dwarf real estate. And yet, no one talks about how much of a scam this is. Now, we like to leverage trade on this channel. We take advantage of being able to bet on margin with trades. If that interests you, you can check out BuyBit by visiting bitboycrypto.com/deals. But we do it because we're just taking advantage of the little bit of the financial markets that have been offered to us. In reality, margin and derivatives shouldn't even exist. It's an overly complex system that is meant to confuse you. That way, only the elite and the rich can benefit off of it. Short selling is a way for the highest level of investors to be able to manipulate the market, period. As Dave Portnoy from Barstool Sports said on TikTok yesterday, Wall Street doesn't like it when the rabbit has the Wall Street does this to us, but can't take their own medicine. What a bunch of pussies. We've seen censorship all across the internet over the last several months. Just remember, if they haven't come for you yet, they will. The angry mob mentality and cancel culture rampant in our society quickly turns on people. A few months ago, 16-year-old Charli D'Amelio was the biggest and most loved star on TikTok. People pushed her all the way to over 100 million followers. Today, I came across an ad that featured her on TikTok, and literally every comment I read out of probably 100 was about how much everyone hates her and would refuse to buy the product just because she was in the ad. The point is, life comes at you quick. Censorship in Big Brother doesn't stop when it's allowed to flourish. Same people celebrating the removal of certain ideas or accounts today will be next on the government hit list tomorrow. I'm going to have a big video specifically on censorship and decentralized social media coming soon. But what we're seeing right now is financial censorship. Wall Street is crying so much about Gamestop that the SEC is looking into its volatility. That's a good way for the SEC to say they're pissed because the wrong side is winning. Even the president is now saying his administration will watch GameStop. I cannot with these people. I thought this guy was for the people, am I right? A lifelong politician for the people? What a joke. He's watching this because he's for his donors. He is for lobbyists. He is for the elites. He's for Wall Street. Wake up, people. The acting chair of the SEC said they are working to assess the situation and review the activities of regulated entities, financial intermediaries, and other market participants. Let me tell you what this means. First, this means they're watching social media. The WallStreetBets subreddit and Discord were removed at least temporarily for hate speech. I'm not sure if they've been reopened at this point because I'm seeing mixed information, but this is the equivalent to the FBI going after the mafia on tax evasion charges. Tax evasion is just an excuse to prosecute. There was no hate speech. But secondly, the SEC is watching Robinhood. This is where a lot of people are investing in GME, AMC, and Nokia. This is the financial intermediary in the SEC quote that they're talking about. There are reports that possibly the SEC is going to step in and make it harder, not easier, for people to invest, because groups of retail investors may invest in a company that many people believe should close. So it's okay to short the stock on margin, but not invest in shares of a company. The chickens that Wall Street has been betting on for years are coming home to roost. So what can you do about this? Buy crypto. Buy Dogecoin. Now the subreddit Satoshi Bets has turned its eye toward Dogecoin, and some may call it a pump and dump. But this is a financial protest. I bought some today. Buy things that the government cannot take away from you. You see, while the government could shut down Robinhood to protect its precious donors and lobbyists, they can't ever take away your ability to buy crypto. Yes, they could shut down exchanges just like they can shut down Robinhood. But we have these beautiful things called decentralized exchanges where we can trade peer-to-peer without anyone getting in the way. And for many of these sites, there's absolutely nothing the government can do. You see, the way the government shuts down sites is the same thing we recently saw in the political social media space. They work with the domain and hosting providers to take over the site. The FBI takes it over and shuts it down via what is called ICANN. It's basically the internet police. But now we actually have something called unstoppable domains. These domains cannot be taken from you. They're decentralized. If you want to get one of these domains, we will have some details on bitboycrypto.com/deals today. But the point is, people are wising up to what is happening around us. Big Brother is rampant. Financial and social censorship is not going to fly anymore. The internet has too much free and open information for people to be kept in the dark anymore. Now that a flashlight has been shown on Wall Street, I doubt they will be able to move back into the shadows again. And that's a good thing.